everyone, Diana Rankin here with your messages for the last day of March and the first week of April. And this is the 14th week of 2019. We do have some information here from Philip that I'm going to read you, and we will give you one more process from my book Joy to help you add joy to your life. Excuse me. And we will also get a message from Philip, my spirit guide. And this book, each page has a different wisdom on it. So we will take care of those in a minute. But first, I want to say thank you all for coming and coming back and for your comments. I'm so grateful for them. As you can tell, I'm on the road today. Daisy's not with me. I have a speaking engagement out of town tonight. And so she's home and we'll be there not too much longer. But I had a little time before I have to be inside and before people start arriving, and I thought, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you and get our video taken care of. So let me tell you what Philip, when I asked him what was going on this coming week, I got a couple of different pieces of information, and here we go. Excuse me. He starts out by saying the bigger picture must be seen here, not only in the spiritual world, but also how all is unfolding in the human world. What we manifest in spirit, we live out in human experience. The human mind is not always creative. It tends to recreate the familiar, which too often is brought on by fear rather than love. That which is created out of love brings you the joy you wish. To create out of love, you must walk past the fear and not allow it to take root in your mind. Love prevails first within the mind and then manifests out into the world. The same is true of fear. Choose wisely. Then he went on to say, there is a disruption off the coast of Russia and Alaska in the very northern sea. This will cause changes in the weather patterns that will bring rain with snow in the higher elevations to the areas of the Midwest in the U.S. and in the central areas of Asia. This is a clearing that is taking place, but many may find it disruptive to their way of life. Excuse me again. A political upheaval will be felt in Eurocentric cultures. This includes the UK and the US. Notice that both start with the letter U, pronounced U. The letter U pronounced Y-O-U. Paying attention to this reminds us that you, each of you, are responsible for the culture in which you find yourself. To change the culture, change you. These cultures of which we speak have a history of creating a world in their image, or trying to. Look at what these cultures stand for: war and peace. Take the best of what has been and spread that. Instead of peace through war, create peace through acceptance of others and what other people bring to the table. Let the richness of the differences be celebrated as you join and mix together to create a new culture, a world of peace created through love, with kindness, compassion, and understanding shown to all sentient beings. This is creation. That's our message for this week, my folks, with that prediction of the weather. Now, I want to talk to you about happiness, how to create joy in your life, because as you create joy in your life, you're creating a pattern for other people to then step into and create joy in their life. Now, creating joy is not necessarily easy, which is why I put 52 processes and stories in this book to give you 52 ways of creating joy, one each week. And this is from week 22. When we change one small corner of our world, just one small corner, we make immense changes in the world. We can change one small corner of our world. That shift changes our brain patterns, and that that shift, when we change one brain pattern, we can then start to keep changing others. Now, how do we do this? Well, first of all, be aware that it's our thoughts that are creating our emotions. Just that awareness alone is pretty big. So what we want to do, we're not going to be able, we have thousands of thoughts running through our minds all the time, so we're certainly not going to be able to catch every thought. But what we can do is just recognize my thoughts are creating my emotions. And we can occasionally catch a thought. So when we start paying attention to our thoughts and doing our best to catch those thoughts, we can then change them. One of the ways we can do this is to create self-talk notes. I think I call this happiness self notes. And what you do is you get a sticky tab, the little pad of sticky notes, and you write at least a dozen different things on those. It may to remind you to be happy, and it may be as simple as I'm choosing love. It may be as simple as this is a great day. It may be as simple as, okay, so it's raining, but it feels good. The flowers are going to bloom more. It doesn't matter what you're choosing. Choose 12 or so different sticky notes and then put them everywhere. Put one on your dashboard of your car. Put one on your mirror at night or in the bathroom, so when you brush your teeth you see it. Put one on your bedstand. Put them all over the place. So wherever you go, whatever you do, you're seeing the sticky note here that reminds you to be happy. You're seeing the sticky note over here that reminds you to be happy. Like I say, put a dozen or so around to remind yourself, let's be happy. Why not? The other way isn't any fun. And believe me, my friends, we need so much to add joy in our lives right now. We really need to add joy. It is so important right now to add joy. You've heard me say it before, there's a lot of turmoil coming. There's a lot happening in the world that isn't going to be pleasant. We must create joy. Let's see what our message from Philip is, shall we? We're just going to flip through here until we stop and think left page or right page. I'm hearing right page, but I always read both pages. So right page says, do unto yourself as you do unto others. Oh, I love that. Do unto yourself as you do unto others. You know, if you're treating yourself with unkindness, if you're treating yourself meanly, stop it. If you're not giving to yourself, if you're not receiving, it's time to stop that. If all of your giving is toward others, you're hurting yourself. So let your giving be not only toward others, but toward yourself as well. Be kind to yourself. You so deserve kindness. You really do. So, do unto yourself as you do unto others. That's our message for this week. The other side, if the receiver of your gift is put in your debt, there is no gift. If the receiver of your gift is put in your debt, there is no gift. Don't give to get. Give because it's joyful. And remember to give to yourself because you are so important. My friend, we are creating those crossroads every moment of our lives. We have to choose. Are we going to put love in our lives and love in the world? Or are we going to put anger in our lives and anger in the world? I hope you choose love. I love you. I thank you for receiving that love. And I'm sorry you're not here with me tonight. Well, some of you will be, and I'm looking forward to all the hugs I'm going to get. Until next week, thank you. I love you. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for all the love you add to our world.